Suma manages the collection of taxes and local charges, most of which are collected through annual bills. In this video, we are going to study in detail what a bill is and the difference between a bill and an assessment. We'll see what information a bill has to contain and how it's laid out within the document. Let's start by saying that a bill is a document in which the town council, through Suma, informs the citizens of the obligation to pay a tax or charge. The document also has to be used to pay the tax or charge in the appointed places. This is why the bill is also called a payment document. A bill is always associated with a periodic payment which is notified collectively to a large number of taxpayers. The payment is published in the Provincial Official Gazette and it can be yearly, half-yearly or quarterly. And it's periodic because it's paid every year as long as the course for paying it remains valid. That's to say, as long as you still have a vehicle, you are the owner of a house, etc. We need to point out that there are other payments which are neither periodic nor notified collectively, but notified individually instead. They are only paid once when the cause of the payment appears. For example, the ICIO, tax on building and installations, is only paid when the planning permission is requested, not in successive years. Another example is the capital gains tax, which is only paid when a house is sold. These payment documents, which are not periodic, are called assessments, not bills, and they'll be explained later on. A bill has to contain enough information to identify it. It has to show who's obliged to pay the bill, the so-called tax obligor, that is, the taxpayer. His or her name and VAT number have to be shown too. What concept you're paying for. This means the object for which taxes are paid. This is why its technical name is tax object. In the bill, you'll see a car registration number, the address of a house, etc., which are used to identify the object. How the amount to be paid is calculated, indicating the relevant characteristics for each type. For example, the power of the vehicle for the vehicle tax, the width of the no parking space for the corresponding charge, amount to be paid and the date it is due. Payment methods including references and codes to be used in the different procedures. Let's see an example first. Here we have the annual bill of the vehicle tax. At the top appear the details of the taxpayer, the person who has to pay, his or her full name and ID number. Next appear the name of the town council, the name of the tax object, the tax year, and the periodicity of the bill, which is yearly in this case, but could also be half-yearly, quarterly, etc. in other cases. In the center, the details of the bill appear: registration number, type of vehicle, its power, as well as the calculation of the total amount, including discounts if applicable. We will talk about discounts in the following lesson. At the bottom, the due date and the amount to be paid. And let's not forget the reference or CSV code in the top left-hand corner, very useful for making operations, as was mentioned before. On the back of the bill, we have all the information about payment methods on the internet, by phone or in person. Here we have an example of another annual bill, the IBI or property tax bill. The layout of the details of the taxpayer and the tax object is the same as in the previous example. We can see that in this case the details of the house are in the center of the bill: land registry reference, rateable value, land and building value, tax rate and final amount. And this is the end of the video, in which we've seen how the information in a Suma bill is structured. Other videos take a look at other aspects such as payment, direct debit and discounts.